Greetings fellow ukuleleans, Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new tutorial. I'd like to show you an old song from 1954 called Only You. It was a group way back then called the Platters. They had a huge hit with that one. That one actually made number 3 on the R&B charts in Billboard magazine, who kept track of such things, how well records sold back then. And it actually was on the top 100. It was in that Hot 100 chart for many, many weeks. I believe it was about 30 weeks. It was in the Hot 100. Let's see, it peaked out at number 5, so that's pretty good. That's a big hit. That constitutes a big hit that sold millions of copies. Platters are known for other songs too. They had that great ballad called Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. They had The Great Pretender. They had one called Twilight Time. So they were no slouches to the Billboard Hot 100. They definitely were hit makers. And that was a sound in 1954 that was huge. It was an R&B kind of sound. It was based on doo-wop, you know. It was based on group singing and harmony. And they had a high tenor voice. That guy was outstanding. His name eludes me at the moment, but I think it was Tony Williams. Not the jazz drummer Tony Williams, but the vocalist Tony Williams. And yeah, what a voice. I think that's one of the reasons that song was put over the top. His vocal performance, really emotional high tenor part, and great background vocals, really persistent triplet piano part, and it has some pretty snazzy guitar in it too. If you listen to it, the guitar plays a pretty prominent role. By then, electric guitar was the norm in popular music. And so this is an often overlooked song, an overlooked record, but ukulele people just don't talk about this song very much, hence me talking about it. I tend to do those kind of unusual songs that fall through the cracks, and I try to avoid some of the ones that maybe we're a little tired of at this point. We hear it so much, I won't name those songs, but there are certain ones that, you know, get talked about over and over, and my job isn't to do those. My job is to find the other songs, and so hopefully some of you will appreciate this great hit. The guy's name that wrote it was named Buck Ram, and of course the Platters made it a big hit. One of the hallmarks of this song is its feel. It has a certain feel to it, and that feel can be described as 12/8 time. Some people may even call it 6/8 time. But what that means is it's based on triplets. And this is a similar feel to, say, Fats Domino. Back in that early 50s and mid-50s period, Fats Domino had a lot of songs with this same feel, with triplets in it. Triplet, triplet, triplet. He had Blueberry Hill. That had that feel, Walking to New Orleans. Fats Domino, Chuck Berry had it in a lot of his songs. You don't have to count up to 12, though, to do 12/8 time. You can simply just count slower and think of each triplet as having one beat. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're counting it as a slow 4. But if you wanted to, I don't recommend this, but if you wanted to, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But that's a mouthful. I highly recommend you don't do that, because that's going to distract from your playing. You'll be so busy counting. So I just go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that really helps me keep track of where I am beat-wise. All right, we're going to look at the rhythm, we're going to look at the strum, but first we're going to look at the chords. And there's some kind of unusual chords in here. That's one of the reasons I chose this song. Besides it not being talked about very much, but being a great song, it has some cool chords in it that you might not have seen before and we might not have talked about before. So let's get into the chords. I put this in F. The original was in E flat, but E flat is a very ukulele unfriendly key. And so I pushed it up a whole step, and it makes it very ukulele friendly. Let's check it out. F. We're in the key of F, so it's of course going to have an F chord in it. But the intro, the guitar intro, it uses a C7 and a B7. I like to do a barred C7 because you can slide it, which is what the guitar player did in the song in its intro. You can do a normal C7, just a one-finger C7 if you prefer, the 0, 0, 0, 1. But the one I prefer is 3, 4, 3, 3, using a bar. If you have trouble with bars, by the way, there's a million different aspects to bars, but one of the main aspects that will help you do better bars is use the outside edge of your index finger. Don't try to press down flat with the flat part on the palm side of your hand. Don't press down on the inside edge, which is the side facing your other fingers. Use the outside edge, the side where your thumb is, that outside edge to your left if you're looking the same way I'm looking, and to your right if you're looking at me. But anyway, not to confuse you, but that way. You want to put your finger over onto its side, that bony part of your finger. That creates a real good contact with the strings. Then with a little bit of squeezing, not too much squeezing, don't squeeze too hard, it's not necessary. Just a little bit of squeezing, pressing down with your finger, and then your thumb on the back side, squeezing the neck in the opposite direction. You create a nice, like a pair of pliers, pinching the neck like that. You can even pile on another finger. You can pile on your second finger to help your first finger. If you want to do that, the strength of 2 fingers holding down 4 strings. I'm using a low G ukulele right now. Not for any particular reason. You could easily use a high G ukulele to play this, and I have played this on high G. It's just one thing I wanted to mention is that on this low G ukulele, that low G is a little hard to press down on. It has a little bit of a kind of a stiff action, and so it's okay to sometimes pile on another finger to help if your ukulele doesn't allow you to bar well. All right, enough about barring. Let's get into the chord, that 3-4-3-3 C7 chord. Moves down a fret to 2-3-2-2 B7, and then back up to C7. So we go triplet, triplet, and then we move on to B7, triplet, triplet, and then we hit C7 one time and slide it down. It's a slide to nowhere. We're not sliding to a particular fret, we're just sliding off the fingerboard. It's an effect. You hear guitar players do that all the time, and ukulele players can do it too. So here's the whole intro. And then in that space right there, the singer comes in. Only you. I can't hit those notes with my voice, but he did a really good job with it. What a singer. There they are on our ukulele.